covering all your local high school football games with highlights and scores. Now, Football Friday, brought to you by Alabama Credit Union.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into week number 11 of WVUA 23's Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union. Visit alabamacu.com to learn more. Alabama Credit Union, loans for real life. Well, I'm Gary Harris, and this is the first playoff round of the year, the first playoff edition of Football Friday, and we have got highlights from 13 playoff games this evening for your viewing's pleasure, including our Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Game of the Week. It comes to us from Class 6A, the Hillcrest Patriots hosting the McGill-Tulane Yellow Jackets from down in Mobile.
Now, the Game of the Week, sponsored by Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports.
Here we go, Class 6A Region 4, Hillcrest versus Class 6A Region 1, McGill-Tulane. McGill-Tulane's won state championships in 7A before moving down, but Hillcrest has Ethan Crawford. And the guy can just make plays, but not this time. He throws it up for grabs, and the Yellow Jackets, Braden Turner picks it off. I know they're the Yellow Jackets, but they wear orange and black. I haven't figured that one out either. Yellow Jackets drive the length of the field, and Braylon McReynolds punches it in. McGill-Tulane goes up 7-0 early in the second quarter. But here, Crawford is going to bring back the Patriots. Just steps in. Look at that throw. Tight spiral. Delivers a strike to Terrence Callaway, who's tackled inside the 5. From there, Marcus Wilkins will finish the job. Patriots lead 14-7 with 5:12 left in the second quarter. And then the Hillcrest defense going to get into the act. McGill quarterback Spencer Aronnax sacked by Gaines Bolus. And a huge win for the Patriots tonight. As we check out the final, Hillcrest advances to the second round as they beat McGill-Tulane 31-21. That is a big, big win for the Pats. All right, Northridge, another Class 6A Region 4 versus Region 1 matchup. Northridge traveling to Saraland. And opening kickoff, not a good sign for the Jaguars, because Saraland's Jarrell Williams is going to take the kick, and he's going to bring it back 55 yards. And from there, number 10, quarterback Carson Green calls his own number. They seal off inside, and he gets the edge and gets it past the pylon for the touchdown. Northridge, meanwhile, can't get anything going. They can't get out of the end zone on the run play. That's a safety. 2 points for Saraland. It didn't get much better. O'Marion Crawford in the second quarter is going to punch it across. Look at that big guy. And it's all Saraland tonight from down south. Unfortunately, Northridge had a good year, but their season comes to an end. But they did make the playoffs. Big deal there for the Jags, but they fall tonight 45-7. Class 4A, Northside hosting Deshler in the first round of the playoffs. Deshler, another tradition-laden team. Northside, though, head coach Chris Hilliker, his final season, and they want to send him out in style. But Deshler on the kick off return. Eric Malone Jr., see you later. He takes it all the way. Man, those plays hurt. Special teams is so big when you get into the playoffs. Deshler has the lead. Then Colson Jeffries scores the second touchdown of the first quarter. Deshler up 13-0, but Northside would come back. Here, Braden Green pushes it in for the touchdown, and Northside comes back to get the win tonight. Huge win for the Rams. They advance, beating Deshler 20-13. More Class 4A. Unbeaten American Christian hosting Geneva. Patriots didn't play last week, but boy, were they ready tonight. And it's all ACA from the get-go. Opening play. Hunter Sudi to Sawyer Dearman. And Dearman makes the defense look like deer in headlights as he takes it the distance. 80 yards for the Pats, and they just pile on from there. Sudi to the Georgia commitment. Kamari Lassiter. Touchdown, Patriots in the second quarter. Sudi again to Dearman as he rolls right and throws a strike. This was 58-14 at halftime. Give Chris Smelly credit. He calls off the Dogs. Let's check out the final. 65-21. American Christian looking every bit the state championship contender. They roll tonight. Well, still to come on our first round playoff edition of Football Friday. Class 7A, top-ranked and defending state champion Thompson opened defense of its state title against Grissom tonight. But up next, a trip to Centerville as the Bibb County Choctaws played host to the Dale County Warriors. Highlights when we return to Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union here on WVUA 23.
Hey, we're Aliceville High School.
Watch Football Friday on WVUA.
The Aliceville Yellow Jacket cheerleaders welcome us back here on Football Friday on WVUA 23. I'm Gary Harris. We appreciate Pool and Patio Center bringing us the cheerleaders all season long. Well, next up, a Class 4A first-round matchup. Bibb County at home tonight in Centerville against Dale County. And, man, Bibb County's Deshaun Morrell had himself a night. He's had a lot of them. He's the UCLA commit. Right away, quarterback Cole McCarty tosses it to Morrell, and he says goodbye. I would like to chat, but I got other things to do, like score a touchdown for 80 yards. Second quarter now, McCarty tosses it to Morrell again, and why wouldn't you just keep on doing it? That's his third touchdown of the night. Choctaws extend their lead to 19-0 against the Warriors. But don't count Dale County out. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Trayshawn Marshall puts the Warriors on the board. And with the kick, Dale County trailed 26-7. Last 35 seconds of the first half, though, McCarty joins Morrell in the touchdown scoring spree. He gets it into the end zone, 32-7 at halftime. As we check out the final, Bibb County rolls tonight, 52-21, the final score in that one. Class 5A, Demopolis hosting the Rebels from Rehoboth. Demopolis Tigers coming in unbeaten. Rebels Trey Turner, though, Trey Turner White says, I don't care if you're unbeaten. We're coming here to win. And he takes the handoff. Looks like he's going to go. Good hustle, though, here by Demopolis on defense. They catch him at the 4-yard line. But Turner White again, and this time he will punch it in for 6. Demopolis did block the PAT, and it's 6-0 Rehoboth in the lead. Demopolis, though, answers. Peyton Stevenson finds a hole in the middle. Boy, does he ever. He just walks into the end zone for the touchdown. But Rehoboth comes back. Peyton Stevens is going to find Mason Rivers deep. Rebels would lead 18-9 at halftime. They led a good portion of this game as you see the touchdown, but Demopolis wins it in comeback fashion, keeps their unbeaten season alive, 38-25. In Class 2A, Aliceville at home against Hatton. This was a good football game. The Yellow Jackets get it going tonight at home. Ty Williams to Jeremiah Brewer, and Jeremiah Brewer takes the little slip screen and slips past some defenders deep into Hatton territory. From there, Ty Williams calls his own number, the keeper for the touchdown. Second quarter, Aliceville going to tie this game up. Jatavis Coleman will score the touchdown right here, and the Yellow Jackets are going to go on to win it tonight, 27-14 over Hatton. All right, Class 1A, Berry hosting Summerton Christian, and the Wildcats' number 7, Jonathan Locke, breaks loose early. Long game. They said he stepped out of bounds. I don't think the Berry coaching staff agreed. But once again, they keep it going. Isaiah Kazire hits Locke to put the Wildcats in scoring position. And from there, Locke gets the touchdown after all. 6-0. Berry goes out on top. The defense now going to shine for the home team. Number 27, Micah Nichols with the pick. And not only does he get the interception, but he does something with it after the catch, setting up the Berry offense. And big number 2, Deason Nichols. He's making some quarters there. 12-0. And then another big play right here, right before half. Trent Smith taking it all the way for 6. 18-0 there. And Berry goes on. They would lead 42-0. They roll tonight. Let's check out the final. 50-14 is the final. More Class 1A as Pickens County hosted Woodville tonight up in Reform. And to start things off, Woodville's quarterback, Jackson Peak. Nice shot of Pickens County coming out on the field. Jackson Peak takes a peek deep and finds Cam Talley. He's out to practice early. He is run down, and Pickens County would hold on defense. And they get the ball back. Javion Bell to Zachary Boone for the touchdown. Pickens County led it 6-0. Jackson Peak then is picked off by Adante Warner. And another one of these pick sixes. You got to love it. Tornadoes go for 2 and make it. And Pickens County goes up 14-0. And there they just get it going. Javion Bell again, this time to Javion Bird for a tornado touchdown. And Pickens County goes on to roll tonight as we check out the final 33-8. Good win for the Tornadoes. They advance to the second round. Well, 9 first-round playoff games down, but 4 still to go here on WVUA 23's Football Friday. Coming up, Class 7A top-ranked Thompson kicked off its quest for back-to-back state titles, hosting the Grissom Tigers this evening over in Alabaster. Highlights coming up following this timeout.
We're the Northside High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
Thank you, Northside cheerleaders, for bringing us back from break. You're watching Football Friday. I'm Gary Harris. The Thompson Warriors have, for the time being at least, ousted Hoover as the top Class 7A program in the state. Let's check out the action tonight from Alabaster. Thompson hosting Grissom, and they looked every bit the top-ranked team in Class 7A tonight. Mark Freeman's got a heck of a football team. Thompson defense, man, they got some dudes over there. Kamari Hambright busts through for a tackle for loss. Later, the Warriors crash in again. Jax Van Zent and company with a sack. Grissom couldn't get anything going. Thompson's offense, though, could. Quarterback Connor Harrell throwing deep, and Ryan Pepins fights off the defender for the great grab for the touchdown. Warriors running back Jarrett Crockett had a huge first half. Crockett bounces off would-be tacklers and then runs through Grissom for 40 yards and the touchdown. He scored 4 touchdowns before halftime. You kind of see how this one's going. Thompson knocking on the door again. The offensive line gets the push up front, and Amari Bolden follows for an easy score. 49-0 at halftime, and Coach Freeman called off the Dogs a little bit here too. But Thompson way too much for Grissom, 49-7 the final. Okay, here's Hoover hosting Sparkman out of Huntsville, and the run out for the Bucks. And on the first drive, Malik Thomas, the little swing pass. He fumbles it, but this is why it's sometimes better to be lucky than good. Hoover's both. Joseph Buffett is there to fall on the ball for a touchdown. Later, Josh Lundy looking deep, but Caleb Ransaw gets the pick for Sparkman, but Hoover would return the favor. Nicholas Sawyer looking to the end zone. Jay Avery is there to pick it off and give the ball right back to the Bucks. And before halftime, Lundy is going to swing it out to Jabari Gaines. He turns it up and gets it into the end zone. 14-0. The Bucks go on to win big tonight as well. 49-14 the final. Class 6A Mountain Brook hosting Muscle Shoals tonight. Mountain Brook moving down to 6A and taking advantage. They're having a great year, and they would continue their good season tonight. Strother Gibbs on the keeper is going to pop out of the pile. Man, nobody saw him. Gets the first down, and then Gibbs goes to the air to Paulson Wright. He's got the right stuff as he gets behind the defense. In fact, this combination, this duo, would hook up 3 times on the night. Later, it's the same combination again as they hit the lights there and flash around. Gibbs to Wright. Give them 6. Mountain Brook wins tonight as we check out the final 38-7 over Muscle Shoals. Thursday night, Class 4A action. Gordo hosting Brooks at Pickens County High School in reform. And, man, I tell you, I love those unis. Love those Gordo unis. Are they Gordo or the Green Bay Packers? Well, they may be the high school version of the Packers. Quarterback Tanner Bailey was back from a collarbone injury. Hands it off to Rayshawn Williams for the first touchdown of the game. And then it's senior Hunter Oakland. Can you say pick 6? 91 yards. Well, that's a big play because it was 13-6 at that point. Brooks looked like they might tie it up. Instead, it's a 2-score game, and from there, Bailey finds J.T. Billups, 35-yard touchdown pass right before half, and Gordo goes on to win it 41-12. The Green Wave roll on to the next round. We'll let you know if they play Aniana or Madison County later on in the show. Okay. Are you still wondering how your favorite team did on this opening Friday night of the high school playoffs? Wonder no more. The wait is almost over because we will return with the Football Friday playoff scoreboard for you. Don't touch the remote. We'll be right back here on WVUA 23. The Mississippi Valley High School Marching Band, our final 2020 Band of the Week. Welcome back to Football Friday. Let's get to the playoff scoreboard for this first round here on Football Friday. Class 7A, Hewitt-Trussville over James Clemens, 55-12. So Hewitt-Trussville gets Thompson next week, and Oak Mountain will draw Hoover as Oak Mountain goes to Austin Decatur and wins 41-28. So it'll be a Birmingham showdown next week between some schools. All right, Class 6A, Hillcrest will play Opelika. Opelika over Wetumpka, 51-28. And Saraland will get Lee Montgomery. The nipped Pelham. Northridge would have gotten that game had they won, but that'll be Saraland versus Lee Montgomery next week. Also in Class 6A, McAdory falls at Spanish Fort, and Hueytown loses at home to Blunt. Class 5A, Faith Academy advances to play Demopolis next week, 49-13. Also in Class 5A, it was Pleasant Grove big over Mae Jemison, 47-18. Class 4A, Aniana and Madison County go down to the wire, but Aniana wins it, so they get Gordo next week. Also, it was West Limestone blanking Hamilton 44-0. Madison Academy beats Dora. Madison Academy will play Northside next week, and ACA will get Mobile Christian. After Mobile Christian wins over Cherokee County, that'll be a heck of a game next week. Also in 4A, Alabama Christian big over West Blockton. Jackson loses to Jacksonville, so they get Opp next week. Greensboro would have advanced and played Jacksonville had they won, but they fell. So Jacksonville advances. Also in 3A, Winfield over Sylvania, and it was Fife big over Oakman, 69-21. And J.B. Pennington a winner tonight over Geraldine, 42-14. Class 2A, Mars Hill, no problems. They're top ranked. They beat Lamar County. And in Class 1A, the Battle of Marengo County, Linden wins it over Marengo, 47-14. Winterboro over Hackleburg, 30-8. And Hubbardsville wins at Cedar Bluff, 44-37. Well, our first round high school football coverage is in the books, but we're not done yet. When we come back, Alabama's on bye this weekend, but we'll still talk Crimson Tide football right here on Football Friday.
We're the Northridge Jacks, and you're watching Football Friday!
Thank you, Northridge cheerleaders. Let's talk some college football, and we've got some sad news, disappointing news. At least nothing, life happens. But we got a statement from Nick Saban on Alabama running back Trey Sanders, who had a car accident earlier on Thursday. Sanders is number 24 in your video, and Trey Sanders was involved, according to Nick Saban. This is Nick Saban's statement. Quote, Trey Sanders was involved in a car accident this morning and is in stable condition after sustaining non-life-threatening injuries. We are in direct contact with his family and the physicians that are treating him as we continue to gather more information, unquote. We'll keep you up to date over the weekend. Hopefully he's, not hurt badly. Great that it's non-life-threatening, but we don't know what this means for playing as we go forward. But, most of the players going home this weekend for the off weekend. Well, one big reason that Alabama quarterback Mac Jones has ascended to the Heisman Trophy favorite is the weapons that surround him. For example, senior wide receiver Devontae Smith, one of the best in the country. Smith went off against Mississippi State for 11 catches for 203 yards and 4 touchdowns, and in the process tied Amari Cooper's school record for career touchdown receptions with 31, a record he'll soon own alone.
It's just a blessing to be in this position, just to be up there with the greats that came through and set the standard for me.
Devontae, was there any extra emphasis or maybe a little bit of pressure to step up with Jalen Waddle out of the picture?
No, I wouldn't say it was extra pressure. It was just end of the day, you still just got to go out there and execute the game plan that coach called.
Yeah, I mean, Smitty, like, he's always open, man. Like, even when he's not, he just tells me to throw it up to him. And sometimes I do have to take more checkdowns and things like that, but if it's one-on-one, like, I trust Smitty, I trust Mechie, Slade, Miller, all those guys. So at the end of the day, it's a game of numbers, and you know, if they're going to put one guy on Smitty, then you just got to take advantage of it, and that can happen and change each game depending on the game plan, but it just goes back to taking what they give you and attacking the defense that way.
All right, I want to mention Alabama soccer with a big win tonight at Auburn, 1-0. Well, that's going to do it for week number 11 of Football Friday, and that's going to wrap it up for a season of Football Friday. As next week we'll go back to our regular sportscast and cover high school football playoffs through the news. It's been a great season. I want to thank all of our sponsors. I want to thank all the great people that made it happen. And right here at WVUA 23, our professional staff, our student staff, it's been terrific. All your weekend sports, join William Galloway tomorrow night and Sunday night at 10 o'clock. No CTKO tomorrow morning, but we'll be back with CTKO next week for the LSU game. So for all of us here at WVUA 23 and Football Friday, have a great weekend. I'm Gary Harris. Good night.